Outrageous DUI defense tactics victims are forced to hear in court. Many people believe a DUI trial is simple. We see it on TV every day. The evidence is presented, the truth comes out, justice follows. Wrong. Victims quickly discover something very different. Most drunk drivers have been arrested many times. They know the system. They know the loopholes. They know how to circumvent the law. The offender is guaranteed help from day one. Victims must fight just to be heard. This is how truth gets buried under reasonable doubt. Even when the truth seems obvious, the driver is found behind the wheel, alone, and responsibility appears clear. The fight often shifts, and it starts to feel like the goal is helping the offender move forward, while you, the victim, are left standing at a gravesite. This is a lifetime sentence for us, the victim. In my opinion, drinking and then choosing to drive is deliberate. No one forces that decision. And when that choice takes a life, accountability should reflect it. Hi, I'm Sarah Rainey, and I am a victim. Most people know me as Mama Bear. In many DUI cases, there is little question about who is responsible. Just like in my case, the driver was found behind the wheel alone, and the facts are clear, or so I thought. The focus then moves away from guilt and toward minimizing consequences. Arguments begin about technicalities, not to prove innocent, but to reduce charges or limit the sentence. For victims, it becomes clear that the courtroom is no longer debating what happened, but how much accountability will follow, if any. The offender has a defense attorney from day one, and if they cannot afford one, one is provided, and we pay for it. Victims get heartbreak. Victims may have a victim's rights advocate, but they are part of the prosecutor's office, not your attorney, and not your voice. Unless you step forward, you risk becoming just another case number. Mama Bears make sure their loved one is never reduced to paperwork. Rights are read to the criminal. Victims are left to fight for theirs. Most people don't realize this until they become a victim. Victims may have a victim's rights advocate under CVRA, which is the Crime Victims' Rights Act. However, they are part of the prosecutor's office, not your attorney or your voice. They work for the DA, not the victim. And that's only if you even know one exists. Notifications don't always happen, and they're not always explained. Unless you step forward, you risk becoming just another case number. Mama Bears have to make sure their loved ones are never reduced to paperwork. Don't be intimidated by the legal system. Mama Bears don't blend in. Watched cases move differently. Only you fight for the life that was lost. Everyone else is focused on closing the case. Make them include you and don't let the case forward without you. Demand notification of hearings in time to attend. Demand to be informed of plea negotiations. Demand to submit a victim impact statement, VIS. Demand to be notified of bond hearings. Demand to be told about sentencing dates. Demand to be informed about continuances or delays. Demand to be notified if charges are reduced. Demand to be told about parole eligibility. Honestly, they do not want you there. They don't want you to know anything. Victims have rights, but they only matter if you use them. Show up. Watch cases are treated differently, and so are you. You may be respected by some and dismissed by others. In my case, the district attorney called me senile. However, I later received an apology from members of his staff who protected my case without his knowledge. Mama bears aren't always welcome, but they are never ignored. The courtroom is not only about what happened. It is about what can be argued. And some of those arguments can sound unbelievable. After a drunk driving crash, victims enter a legal system they often know very little about. Many victims walk into courtroom believing the facts will speak for themselves. Forget what you see on TV. That is a myth. This is the reality. Instead, you will hear technical arguments, alternative explanations, and strategies designed to introduce doubt. Defense attorneys are trained to challenge evidence and protect their clients. Their goal is to secure an acquittal, or, if that's not possible, reduce the sentence as much as they can. For victims hearing these arguments for the first time, reality hits hard. This isn't the courtroom show on TV. There's no clear path to justice. Instead, victims watch as the focus shifts from what happened to what can be questioned. And in the moment, you realize the system works very differently from what you see or were led to believe on TV. Truth wins. In real courtrooms, doubt can set them free, but our loved one is gone, and we serve a life sentence. Now, how is this justice when you're hurting? The instinct is to speak out, to post, to defend, to tell the truth, but this is when victims must be most careful. Very important. Do not publish anything about your case on social media until after the trial is completed. The defense can use what you post against you. This goes for friends and family too. Stay with me, because what victims experience in court is nothing like we see on TV. Comment yes if you believe TV. No if you've seen the real courtroom. I was denied this right. When I showed up for a bond hearing, I was treated in a way that led to PTSD. Later, I received an apology from the district attorney's office. This is described in a video with my advocate, Debbie. Thank you.